The Blitz was a period of intense bombing of Britain by Nazi Germany during World War II. It lasted from September 1940 to May 1941. Major cities like London, Birmingham and Coventry faced relentless air raids. Night after night, the sky lit up with explosions as bombs rained down. The Luftwaffe targeted industrial centers, military infrastructure and civilian areas. The Blitz aimed to break the spirit of the British people. The relentless attacks caused widespread destruction and loss of life. The courage and resilience shown by ordinary people became symbolic of British defiance. The scale and intensity of the Blitz were unprecedented. Night after night, German bombers flew over British cities, dropping their deadly cargo. London, as the capital city and a major port, endured 57 consecutive nights of bombing. The attacks typically began at dusk and continued until the early hours of the morning. The sound of air raid sirens became a terrifyingly familiar sound. The Luftwaffe used a combination of high explosive bombs and incendiary devices. High explosive bombs caused massive damage to buildings and infrastructure. Incendiary bombs, designed to start fires, ignited infernos that raged through streets. The constant threat of bombing made life a terrifying ordeal. People lived in a state of perpetual anxiety, never knowing when or where the next bomb would fall. The relentless bombardment took a heavy toll on the civilian population. Over 40,000 civilians were killed during the Blitz, with countless others injured. The psychological impact of the constant fear and uncertainty was profound. Yet, amidst the destruction and despair, the spirit of defiance burned brightly. People refused to be cowed by the German onslaught. Life during the Blitz was a constant struggle for survival. As darkness descended, cities held their breath, bracing for the nightly onslaught. Air raid sirens, a spine-chilling wail, signaled the approach of German bombers. People scrambled for safety, seeking refuge in underground shelters. The government encouraged the construction of communal air raid shelters. Parks and gardens were dug up to create public shelters. Underground stations with their deep tunnels provided the most secure refuge. Every night, thousands of people huddled together in these subterranean spaces, seeking safety in numbers. Life above ground came to a standstill during air raids. Streets were deserted, shops were closed and public transportation halted. Blackout regulations were strictly enforced. Windows were blacked out to prevent any light from aiding enemy bombers. The darkness was suffocating, adding to the sense of fear and isolation. Section 4. Stories of Courage. Resilience and community in the face of adversity. Despite the constant danger and hardship, the Blitz brought out the best in human nature. Stories of extraordinary courage, resilience and compassion emerged from the rubble. Ordinary people performed extraordinary acts of bravery, putting their lives on the line to help others. Air raid wardens, often volunteers, patrolled the streets during raids, guiding people to shelters and providing first aid. Firefighters worked tirelessly to extinguish the blazes ignited by incendiary bombs. Nurses and doctors tended to the wounded in makeshift hospitals, often under heavy bombardment. The Blitz fostered a strong sense of community. Neighbors helped each other, sharing food, shelter and support. Section 5. Legacy of the Blitz, shaping a nation and its spirit. The Blitz had a profound impact on Britain and its people. The relentless bombing campaign failed to break the spirit of the British. Instead, it strengthened their resolve and unified them against a common enemy. The shared experience fostered a sense of national unity and solidarity. The Blitz also had a lasting impact on the physical landscape of Britain. Cities like London, Coventry and Birmingham suffered extensive damage. Rebuilding efforts began even before the war ended. The Blitz led to significant advancements in urban planning and architecture. The war-torn cities of Britain emerged from the ashes, stronger and more resilient. The Blitz remains a defining chapter in British history.